Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. It's a rather warm morning. In fact, especially here in the studio. Jeff and I were talking. It's real warm in here. But here outside it's 59 degrees and weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. And be sure to get your GED if you have someone in your family or good friends need a GED. Go ahead and enroll now. And also that drafting program has some openings in it. And they're open from, you can take the adult basic education test at Tuesday, 8 o'clock. And also at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. So take care of that. Foggy this morning, not a real heavy fog, it's in patches, but we do have fog throughout our Panhandle. 59 also in Mariana and 60 down in Apalachicola. Might be about a 20% chance of rain tomorrow, but a real slight chance of rain, and the rest of the week just looks beautiful. I know if you had a chance to go outside, I know this weekend it was absolutely gorgeous. The water was beautiful, the weather was great, so I hope you had a chance to take advantage of it. High today be 72, low tonight 60. All right, you ready for the water temp? You know, we've talked about for 4 weeks it's been stuck on 55. How about 58 degrees? 58 degrees, it made a big jump in it. That was a combination, a little bit longer day, a little bit more sunlight, and a warm current came through, a little finger came through. So that's a good sign right there, just starting to warm up. And we said last week, probably this week, it would. Marine forecast winds south-southwest at 5 to 15, seas 1 to 3, a light chop on protected waters. Take a look at our river readings here. We've had a good drop on Apalachicola, and it is down to 6.4, Apalachicola, Bluntstown, and in Choctawhatchee at Caryville is reading 5 foot this morning. It's just a slow, steady drop right there. And our tide, the high tide in Panama City is 11:13 this morning, and also low tide is at 8:26, but only a 0.2 foot range. And St. Joe high tide is 11:46 this morning, low tonight at 8:30, and a 0.2 foot range. And every Monday morning, I'd like to call the Panama City Beach Pier and talk to the folks out there. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning.
How you doing today?
Oh, we're doing great.
Okay, our Pier report brought to us by Bug Away Pest Control. That's Rick Russell's company out there at Panama City Beach, and give them a call at 234-7751. But Ron, tell us what's going on the pier.
Well, all week we caught whiting and squid. So the squid are moved in and beginning to pick up a lot of those. And we've been getting reports of a large sheephead out there at the end of the pier. Nobody seems to be catching them yet. Maybe they don't have the right bait. They probably need some crabs for those, but that's about it.
Well, that sounds good. We were talking before the show. Sometimes those old sheepheads get lockjaw.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we talked about a squid coming in. That's good news. And you say some of the guys are catching a squid and using that for bait for the whiting?
Yeah, they just turn around and cutting that up and catching whiting on it.
Well, that's a natural bait coming in right there.
Okay.
Okay, Ron. Well, thank you for that report, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good news right there. If you want we're always talking about taking kids fishing. That's a great opportunity to take some kids out there to the pier and let them catch some of those squid and some of those whiting. Let's take our first break, and we'll be right back.
Rainbow Plastics manufactures an assortment of fishing tackle for trolling, casting, and bait fishing. Cast your favorite fly, jig, or live bait like a shot with extreme accuracy with adjust-a-bubble floats. Available in a variety of sizes and colors. Fish as a stationary float or use as a slip float to obtain the desired depth. Adjust-a-bubble float by Rainbow Plastics, made in the USA, putting quality and innovation above all else. Ask for it at your favorite tackle store or buy online at rainbowplastics.com.
Silly Willy Lures. Catch fish. Throw it at redfish or speckled trout or mackerel or anything that comes swimming by. Try the Pompano swim jigs. Add some shrimp, and you've got a fish-catching machine. Silly Willy spoons and jigs and Pompano swim jigs from Fish on Lures. Check them out at CaptainJoeFishing.com. Good lures, good prices. You'll find them at better bait and tackle shops. Silly Willy Lures. Sounds silly. Catches fish.
If you got any kind of old trailer at the house that needs repair, need to bring it down to AMW. They have a huge supply of trailer and trailer parts, always on hand, anything you need. If you see this label on any boat trailer at any boat landing, you can guarantee yourself that you're looking at a fine quality made trailer. AMW Trailers, right here in the big blue building in beautiful downtown Millville. They've been doing trailers and trailer parts since 1954. 3 generations of the same family.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed, they build dairy feed, they make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at that, Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy it at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
Welcome back. So glad you're with us this morning. Weather looks great all week, and we're going to take advantage of outdoors. Talking about a squid now, we broke that news last Thursday night. Bobby Graham called me on Friday morning, said the squid was coming in, so a lot of people got to enjoy them over the weekend. And that's one great thing about live television. Just as soon as we get the information, we pass it on to you, and you can take advantage of it. So again, thanks Bobby Graham for calling and let us know. Mike Eppenstall called last night. Mike usually boat fishes every weekend, but the boat's in the shop, so he went out to the county pier and caught some whiting, and they were biting, but he said they were very slow. But thanks, Mike, for that report. Now, what's going on? I talked to a lot of people. A lot of people call me and give me reports and all, and I enjoy that. And by the way, if you ever call me and leave me a message and I don't call you back, don't hesitate to call me again. I get so much, even the same thing with emails. If I haven't answered, email me again. I'm not trying to ignore you. I try to answer everybody that talks to me or emails me. And if I somehow lose you in the shuffle, and sometimes my phone may mess up or something, so call me again and we'll talk. Now, here's what's going on. I talked to some guys who went fishing in Lake Miccosukee Thursday and had a great both boats limited out at 50 crappie or speckled perch per boat. So had a great time. Also, I talked to a friend of mine who fished in a pond this weekend. He just tore up the brim and bass. So the lake fishing was a little bit slower, and the river fishing was a little bit slow. So what's going on? And the saltwater fishing has been slow. But these ponds now are starting to heat up. These small lakes and ponds like my friend was fishing in, and like these guys at Lake Miccosukee, these small ponds or small lakes are starting to heat up. Now the fish are coming in, but the saltwater hasn't heated up yet, and it's still pretty cold. Talked to Alan Duke yesterday. Went by Presnell's and visited him. And by the way, they're open. The boat launch is open, and they're really making that place look nice. So you get a chance to make some reservations. You need to do it pretty soon for scallop season because they're going to book up real fast. But Alan had a guide trip on Saturday and caught some really nice trout. He said he usually caught a lot of redfish out of the hole, but for Saturday, for some reason, all the speckled trout was biting. Okay? So what I'm saying is we're in this little transition period. The water hadn't quite heated up in the salt water, but it's heating up now a little bit in the ponds and all. That water heats up a little bit faster. This transition period, the end of February, first week or so of March, then all of a sudden it's going to bust loose with these Spanish. So that's what I called. I looked on my notes last year, and this transition period is about the same time every year. Okay, on hunting now, muzzleloading starts today. It didn't start this past weekend. When this past weekend, you're breaking the law, but it starts today. Muzzleloading starts today. And the hunter safety course starts tonight over in Okaloosa County at 6 to 9 p.m. at the extension office over there, Okaloosa County Extension Office over on Hollywood Boulevard. And one over in Holmes County, now it actually starts February 25th and 26th. It'll be at the First Baptist Church. So those two hunter safety courses are this week, all right? I want to say a special happy birthday to Miss Mary Anderson. We all celebrated her 90th birthday party yesterday down at the Martin Theater. Her family and friends all gathered down there, right down the street here. Lovely lady. Late Captain Virgil Anderson was the husband. I got to know them so well when I was doing the book. And after I finished interviewing them, I just go out there and visit with them for hours at a time. And wonderful people. And Miss Mary, her sons, of course, know Captain Jerry and Carl and Johnny Anderson, those three sons, and her daughter is Tilly. And also want to make sure want to thank that family for honoring their mother and all on her 90th birthday. So Miss Mary, happy birthday. I know you're watching. She watches the show, folks. She's 90 years old, gets up in the morning and watches our show. So we're proud of that, and happy birthday. We have a special guest in the studio, so we're going to take our break and show you some of the stuff he brought us.
Hey everybody, this is Brad Stevens coming to you from Sunjammers Water Sports on Highway 79. You know us for your fishing kayaks and all your sailing needs. What you may not know is that we stock a full line of inshore and offshore tackle. specializing in the Captain Joe fish-on lures. We stock his grouper baits, his SS minnows, his shredders, along with all of your gulp baits, Joe jigs, the edge hook, your U-Pro rods, and live bait. Come see us at Sunjammers Water Sports, 315 North Highway 79.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJs Marine. You're authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJs Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJs Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Come on down to Blue Water Outrigger, where you'll always find friendly service, fresh and saltwater fishing rods, top of the line men's and women's apparel. Don't forget to pick up your live baits and let us help you with all your outdoor needs. Check out our wide selection of top quality reels and hunting necessities, and everything in between. Come see us or order online. We'll be waiting for you right next door to Piggly Wiggly, Port St. Joe.
You know what folks like best about Coram Steak and Eggs? Just about everything. Willie and Linda Coram have been in business a long time. They know how to take care of their customers with great food and great service. Better than being at home. You don't have to do the dishes. It's all good, but be sure and check out their heavenly hash. That's what Coram Steak and Eggs is famous for. Coram Steak and Eggs, 804 South Tyndall Parkway. Open 24/7.
Welcome back. My guest, James Love. Good morning.
Morning.
James Love from Callaway Bayou over there. I see him a lot. If you go to Callaway Men's Club and put your boat in, he's down there usually trying to tell you where to go fishing.
I'm trying to get some information.
Well, glad you're on here, and we got so much to get started on. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what we're doing.
Well, I started off about 7 or 8 years ago doing wood duck boxes and bluebird boxes. Couldn't fish in February, so I just decided I'd build some boxes. And you build those boxes where you can open them up and go in there and clean them out. And you need to clean them out about every 3 years, because it will actually fill up where she laid an egg, they'd roll out. And I've already got, they're already building the nest in the boxes now.
You have them in your backyard because you live right on the bayou.
On the bayou, and they're very, very territorial. You can't. A nest has to be at least 100 feet apart, because they will they'll chase each other off.
Yeah.
And they will keep the sparrows away, and you make that hole small enough that the starlings can't get in it. That's an 1.5-inch hole to make it where it would be, where it'll work.
Now we talk about, you've been out there in a long time. Your dad. The house, you brought us a picture of this early house here. This is an interesting story. Tell us quickly about that.
That house is sitting on a barge. It was brought from Tyndall Air Force Base. He bought it at Capehart and put it on that barge and brought it all the way around. Back when that old bridge was a swinging bridge, brought it through that bridge and then drug it up the hill. That was like 1956.
They brought it there in Callaway Bayou up that hill there where
That's correct. That's where that house still sits there today.
How about that? Well-built house and all.
I would say that was the 4th house that was on Callaway Bayou.
I know a lot of times when we're taking our boat out of the water, you over there and all, we're talking about all the different fish. We're going to talk about the boxes and the fish and all, but I know you have some friends. We're talking about so much fish in the base system, not going offshore, but right here in the base system from the bridge to bridge. Tell us a little bit about some of these pictures. This one right here is this big king mackerel.
That is Steve Velke. That fish, I believe, was 46 pounds. It was caught right against the Hathaway Bridge, pulling a stretch 25, man stretch 25. That was a lot of getting that fish in the boat.
Well, that particular fish would have won any of the king mackerel tournaments from Carabel to St. Joe, Mexico Beach, and here last year. That would have won. That's a big king right there.
That's what I understand.
Yeah. Okay, now let's. We got one more big this birdhouse here, Jeff. Hope we can get this in. We're talking about a barge and all. Let's see if we can get. There you go. Tell us what kind of birdhouse you built here.
All right, this is a wood duck box. These wood ducks will start coming about the first week of February, and it's also got it where it will open up. And
I'll move this one out of the way.
Where it'll open up and you can clean it out. Now you can't see this, but up on the inside, this goes on the inside of this box because the little fellers couldn't get out of the nest if they didn't have something to get their little claws on. Those birds will start about the first week of February, and the male will come out there and the female will start sitting on top of the nest, and then she will start actually going into the nest, and then once you'll see her go in the nest, the male duck will sit out there in the water, and she'll lay the egg. Once she lays a full complement of eggs, it will take 30 days for the ducks to hatch. Also, she will come several times during the day, back and forth, but she will spend the night in there. You can actually go down once she's setting and actually open the nest, and she'll fly out. But she will come back.
That's interesting. Now you have these on the bayou too, or
I have 21 of these boxes in Callaway Bayou.
No kidding.
And the first of every year, I go clean boxes, and this last year, 19 of the 21 boxes produced ducks.
Oh, that is great, James. That's wonderful.
There's 14 where I sit on my porch and look at the bayou. There's 14 there that all, I can watch them.
Here the pictures coming out of your backyard right here, and you see in the lower right-hand corner, that's some little wood ducks.
That's little baby wood ducks. I think there's 14 in that picture.
Well, I know that's just fun. Just look at those things. They're fascinating. So you don't now see how high you have them. How high do you put them off the water?
This box is, it's got to be at least 36 inches.
Okay.
Hurricane Opal is the only hurricane that I had that actually got up into the wood duck boxes.
Did you get insurance on them?
No.
Okay.
And I'm building them there at the house, so they might not even be up to code.
Okay. And what about BP? You get some BP money for these?
No, didn't get any BP money.
You and I the only one didn't get a BP money.
That's right.
But anyway, these are so well built and all. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, they're glued and actually got the screws that I put in them are real deck outdoor screws.
Yeah. And it's, that door just swings back and forth like that.
Yeah, you can open it up. I got this little latch that goes in there.
And what kind of material when you put some new material in the bottom?
What I've done, I recessed this bottom. You'll never have to change that bottom out. Now, before I had put the bottom up against it, and the water would run down and the bottom would rot out. These boxes is lasting 7 and 8 years.
7, 8 years.
Yep.
We now
So you can't go fishing in February, so I just build boxes.
Well, they've become so popular, and people see these little ducks in the backyard. So you had to start making them for people. So and we're going. So you have them for sale now. So if people want it or interested, we're going to put your number here on the screen. If people are interested in purchasing the wood duck boxes or the bluebird boxes, here's the number: 596-2012. That's James Love at 596-2012. Especially if you live around a nice body of water or close by, or even if you just want some bluebird boxes for the backyard. These are well built, James.
I have sent boxes all the way to Houston, Texas. I got a friend in Houston that's a big duck hunter, and I sent him one box. He had 9 built, and I've sent them to Mobile. Houston's as far as they've been.
That's cool. And now we were just talking about also before the show. You have family up in Pittsburgh, and they're going to get to watch us.
Yes, I have. My daughter's in Pittsburgh, and I've got another daughter in Mississippi.
And they're going to get to watch us on YouTube tonight.
Correct.
Okay, Jeff, that's a good thing about putting this on YouTube. And your family gets to watch this, so that's great. So if you want some of these boxes and all, we're going to take a break, but James is going to come back and show you some wood carvings we had a friend of his did. So let's take this break, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to the shooting sports, the headquarters for this area for over 57 years has been C&G Sporting Goods. When you need firearms for hunting, target shooting, self-protection, home protection, or if you're a gun collector, C&G's friendly, knowledgeable sales staff is ready to help you make the right selection. C&G buys, sells, and trades guns. C&G will buy one gun or a collection. Look over this area's largest selection of quality firearms. C&G Sporting Goods, home of the experts.
It's gonna be a good day. You're pounding through the trails in a Kubota RTV utility vehicle with a powerful diesel engine, durable hydrostatic transmission, 4-wheel drive, power steering, and an 1,100-pound payload. It'll take you where you've never been before. A little place called Satisfaction. The Kubota RTV 900 with real tree camo. Every day should be this good.
See the new Kubota tractors at Soul Tractor today.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAMS certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
Did you know ethanol-enhanced fuel can damage your outboard and inboard engines plus reduce mileage? Here at Pier 98, we have non-ethanol fuel by land or sea with dockside parking for boats up to 50 feet. Pier 98 also is your one-stop convenience store with full deli and all your fishing and boating needs, including bait and tackle. Our live bait includes shrimp, bull minnows, and chauffeurs. Pier 98 is on Tyndall Parkway, 1 mile before DuPont Bridge, and open at 4 a.m. We are family-owned and operated and here to serve you.
Welcome back. Here with James Love making these wood duck boxes and also the bluebird boxes, and we're going to talk more about them. Just had a call during the show. Someone asked if we need to paint those, and you said
no, it's not necessary. I've been getting about 6 to 7 years out of them just the way they are. They'll mildew and turn a different color. It won't look like that new wood in about a year.
Yeah, but they'll last that long.
Yes.
That's 5 or 6 hatches.
Right.
That's really good.
Right. I recess the bottom up inside so the water will run down rather than rotting the bottom out.
Okay. All right, now let's look at an express lane fish and game forecast. Our peak times for the day this morning was 2:26 a.m. to 4:26, and then this afternoon, though, check it out, 2:53, almost from 3 to 5, 2:53 to 4:53 this afternoon, brought to us by Express Lane, American owned and operated. And James, let's talk about these. Right now we have, this is not a mount, folks, this is a wood carving. He brought it to me this morning and we're looking at it. This looks just like a mount, but this is amazing right here. Tell us real quick about this.
My friend Bud Lang, he fishes with me. He's the one that started me with the wood duck boxes. He brought a box by the house and it opened up a monster or something. Yeah. But he carves these wood ducks.
Okay.
Try to get that one where you can see.
Okay, let's see, Jeff, where do you want to? All right, let's look at this fish first. Look at the detail on this redfish, folks. Is that beautiful? That's amazing. All right, now we're going to look at this right here. This is a wood carving. This is not something you get from China, okay? This come out of Callaway. Look at that, folks. Look at the wood carving. Look how the detail on that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Paint job, and then this one right here. There you go. Check this out. Right there. Let's see, of course, this is a male. Look at the detail on this Drake wood duck. To me, they're the most beautiful duck of all. But look at all the detail on that. And tell us about him. Well, we'll get ready for this last one. He carves these at his house. He has
yes,
place?
He does.
Okay.
To be honest with you, my wife was really reluctant for me to bring that. She put it in a box and wrote top on it where I wouldn't turn that upside down.
We're talking about this hummingbird. Check this out, this hummingbird right there.
Turn it all the way around.
See how, look at there. Look at the detail. Folks, that's all one, look at that flower. Look at the hummingbird right there.
Turn it all the way around.
And we don't need to break it now.
No, I can't go home.
Okay, look at that. Really nice, really nice. And so tell us about the guy doing them and all.
His name is Bud Lang.
Okay.
He lives there in Callaway, and we fish together. And he just got behind his house. He's got a shop, and he just sits out there and and does that stuff.
Well, I'm gonna run by and see him and do a video show on him one day.
Okay.
Ask him if we can come by the shop.
I will.
And this is very talented. I mean, when you brought that in this morning, I said that's a beautiful mount, and then it's made out of wood.
Yes. Yes. Now I don't know why his larger mounts. He's actually put a marble inside of the larger ones. You shake it and you hear that marble rattle, so you can tell it's not cut out of a, it's actually carved out.
And somebody if they lost their marbles, they know where to find them.
Know where to find them.
That's right. Okay, let's look at this picture here. We're talking about, did I put this picture up on all these, it's not on there? All right, we're talking about gourd houses real quick and martins. Okay, show us So this is in the backyard again. All these martins coming in. It was a windy day, you were telling me. And
yes, the wind was blowing about 25 miles an hour that day. I did not realize that there was that many martins anywhere, but I counted between 45 and 50 martins. Actually, when I scared them off, I took another picture, and then you can sit there and count the martins that are in that picture.
Wow.
I've been keeping up with them 3 years, and they're late this year. Have not seen a one, but usually they say they're scouts coming around the first of the month, but I honestly think they're not scouts. They're just migrating through, and they just happen to stop for a little bit.
That's
and
interesting.
sit on those nests.
Hey, I don't guess you have any mosquitoes in the backyard?
But they don't. They eat more mosquito hawks than they do mosquitoes.
Okay, so they don't eat the mosquitoes. Okay, James, I want to thank you for coming by. This is some fascinating. We have a lot more pictures too of some big fish, and also grouper fishing in the bays have been real good. You've been fortunate over the years on your grouper fishing, because
yes,
I know every now and then we'll talk about
yes, I have. It takes a lot of time, and retired, got the time. So
so your house, if people want to, a lot of times see you out in the yard, right there at the Callaway Men's Club. Is it a second?
About the seventh house up.
Seventh house up.
It's that place where it takes 3 hours to cut the grass.
Okay. All right, James, thank you so much for coming on. Folks, I have several other things. I want to talk about the Southeast Fishery Bulletin I just received last night, and they're going to, I'll actually talk about it tomorrow, but they're going to increase the catch. They're saying the red snapper, now we can start increasing. I have all these figures for you tomorrow and how we're going to increase it recreational and commercial for this coming season on red snapper. Also have Stan Kirkland be here tomorrow, and they're getting ready for this big meeting over in Apalachicola on Wednesday and Thursday. So Stan will be here, and we'll talk a little bit about all the stuff they're going to be talking about at the meeting. So don't forget you can go to that. And if you get a chance, the rest of the week, today we're going to Biophilia Center over in Bruce and film some of that. I'll have that on Wednesday, another guest on Thursday, and then before you know it, it'll be time for that famous Friday fishing forecast, and it's going to start heating up on us. Again, James, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did a great
pleasure.
job. All
My
right.
pleasure.
We've got to get out of here, folks. We want to thank you all for watching the show, and you do something good for somebody today, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.